6:40 at WIBX for Wednesday morning. Some clouds and showers on the way today. We'll go up to near 50 degrees. According to Rachel Witter, the forecast is a bit complicated over the next couple of days, and we might even see some mixed precipitation in the overnight.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering.
Yeah. Although now I'm seeing the latest temperatures seem a bit warmer for the next few days. A lot of it was about if this front is going to, how low it's going to move down, how much south it's going to come from the North Country. And it seems like it's really not going to, which will allow warmer air for us, at least as of right now. So she says a bit complicated over the next few days. At least Wednesday is straightforward. 40s, rain showers all day, lower 30s overnight. But depending on where a cold front sets up, we could make it into the 60s. But if it makes it to Utica, we're stuck in the 40s. So right now she's saying unsettled and splitting the difference, saying probably we'll see 50s, but we could warm right up. It could be a 60s and sunny weekend for this Easter weekend.
Sounds good to me.
So it does to me, too. It's a nice weekend to do this. And it should start on Friday. It's Good Friday. Kids have the day off, all of that. And many schools are giving Monday off because the kids haven't used the snow days this year. How many days did we have a really difficult closing day? I think only one, maybe two. I don't even think we had two, but we'll see. Actually, I don't care. I'm not even going to look back. To be honest with you, I'm never going to talk about this again. Toronto's former crack-smoking, binge-drinking, drunk-driving mayor Rob Ford is dead after a battle with cancer. Ford was running for re-election in 2014 when he dropped out after being diagnosed. Here he is at a press conference a few years back admitting that, yes, he did smoke crack cocaine.
Yes, I have smoked crack cocaine.
When,
but
sir?
no, do I? Am I an addict? No.
When have you?
Have I tried it? Probably in one of my drunken stupors, probably approximately about a year ago. I want to be crystal clear to every single person. These mistakes will never, ever, ever happen again. I was elected to do a job, and that's exactly what I'm going to continue doing.
I remember looking back and thinking this could never, this craziness could never happen here. And then look at our presidential race this year.
I was just thinking the same thing. And there are two Rob Ford sound bites that are my favorites. One is where he says, yes, I have smoked crack cocaine. And the other one is where he's asked about hitting on an assistant and then his wife, that he's got plenty at home.
Yeah, I have a few more. They might the one you're talking about might be this one.
Oh, and the last thing was Olivia Gondak. It says that I wanted to eat her Olivia Gondak. I've never said that in my life tour. I would never do that. I'm happily married. I've got more than enough to eat at home.
After the Toronto City Council, Toronto City Council voted to strip mayor Rob Ford will live on forever, whether we like it or not.
Well, and you say nothing like that could ever happen here. We had a similar situation in Washington, D.C. It wasn't quite as...
No, I'm saying I would expect even more to be happening here.
Mm-hmm.
You had, what was it, Marion Barry had his thing. But beyond that, what's going on in this presidential race this year is just crazy. After the Toronto City Council voted to strip Mayor Rob Ford of his powers a few years ago, he accidentally got upset and was running inside. You remember? And he knocked the woman over?
Yeah.
And gave her a fat lip. He saw his brother get into an argument on the other side of the room and tried to rush to his defense. Then he knocked her over. He later apologized for it, but the whole thing was broadcast on live TV. Here's the report from that unbelievable day. Listen, there's stuff going on in the background. Put the camera on and shut up.
Yeah.
And so we can. That's what the woman's trying to say to her, and she wouldn't stop talking.
And in fairness, I believe in this particular incident, he was right, as you said, rushing over to his brother's
He wasn't
aid.
really
He
trying
bumped.
to.
He didn't
attack her.
Right.
Well, I'm not sure that he was running to his brother's aid. He was charging up to the front because he was upset.
Yeah.
And in the way, it's in a bull in a china closet fashion.
Yeah.
He knocked the woman over, and I think when you really look back on the tape, he tried to catch her.
He did.
But listen, when you're high on crack cocaine, you just aren't. Your mobility isn't there.
Yeah.
Just a mess. And who would have thought that all of that? And who would have thought it would be ending the way it's ending now? I guess you kind of had a feeling that things were going to get maybe end badly, but it was cancer that ended up taking his life. And interestingly, a rare Beatles record that has been missing for 40 or 50 years. Was sold at auction yesterday. Did anybody see any of this or hear any of this? Because I have the audio. $110,000 it sold.
Oh, that's less than I thought. Much less than I thought.
It's a 10-inch vinyl that features the first song John Lennon ever wrote. The song title is Hello, Little Girl. The person who bought it was a British collector who's remaining anonymous. And here is here's the hook of the song Hello, Little Girl, which was featured on the Beatles Anthology 1 in 1995. The song was not missing, but the record was missing. No one knew where this 45 was. And so we had the recording of it, but we didn't have the 110,000. You're right. I would expect it. Maybe it would have gone for more money.
There was just one. There was just one.
I guess
45?
I don't know. I don't know the whole story.
Okay.
All I know is there was one that was sold yesterday for $110,000. Here's Christine with an update right now. 6:47. Good morning, Christine Bellino.